Okay friends, this is the follow-up video of the Clutch welder. As you can see, my welding helmet is also Clutch brand that I bought. And for now, I'm gonna show some stuff that I worked on, some projects that I did. And you'll see that I did work on the shovel, sharpshooter, and the rake. The only parts that I'm kind of wanting to show in relation to my welder is the welding that I did. Now this rake that I put together, uh, it's from a steel pipe that I got from my workplace, from the trash place. uh, I know maybe hopefully they didn't have any problems with it, but anyways, but here it is. I actually did this some months back, and I just wanted to show you guys what I did to it. It's kind of a little bit rusty, excuse my background, but that's another part I connected, and I used the clutch welder to do all that. And this is the shovel. I used the materials that I collected. This is used, I think it's for a trampoline, and I used those pipes to connect, and I welded the head to this handle right here. I turned it into a handle. So that's another part of the welding that I did. I should have kept the original welds, but I decided to grind them down. And the next one you see is for the sharpshooter, and that's what happened to that sharpshooter on the part of the welding. And then there was another thing I put together, which is this little thing right here. As you can see, it's pretty much all depends on technique and feel. I mean, that's just the two things that I can sum it up to. So as you can see from the flux weld that I put on my settings that I've shown on my first video, that's the continuation of the weld from start to finish. And then these are the spots right here. I know some spots a little bit rough. I'm just getting to know how to do all this. I'm not a pro, I'm just a DIY guy. My name will say it there, hobbyist craftsman. So I'm pretty much, I do it at the fly. I don't really have any plan, but if I think about it, I'll put it together. And then as you can see, here's my welding table. These are all put together from scrap that I picked up. This welding table is from one of the trash places that I found that was getting rid of, so I got it and used it. And this piece of flat iron you see is from a 12-inch trash pipe that I cut up and then flattened it to turn it into a welding table. And then my current project you're looking at right now is K. That's my, of course, my last name. Initial starts with K, so I'm working on that. We'll come back to that part because I still have more things to do on that K. I'll talk about on that K. And then I did also put together my light stand, which is made up of, as you can see, hopefully nobody will say anything bad about all this stuff. You can see like gas stuff that was used like a regulator or relief valve or something. It's a regulator anyway, but yes, that's what I did. I put my light to that, connected it to that. It's a trash pipe anyway. So what I did was, this is connected to this part right here. So I welded this piece to this stand, and as you can see, sorry, I painted it up, painted my welds, but I mean, going back to the type of welding welder that I'm using, it's pretty much technique and feel. So as you can see, I mean, I'm not so good at it, but I feel comfortable with the way I'm using this welder. And that's the other side of my table. And then this other thing that I put together for my paint sprayer is this one right here. That's a finished product of what I put together. It was all from scrap materials that I picked up and I put together. So I got the wheels on there, and then I cut these spots so my paint sprayer can fit right in it. And sorry about that. And I've tried to sit it on, and it fits in pretty well. And that's the paint stand right here, sprayer stand. All of this was done from all scrap metals. You can really tell on the welds that I made, because I painted them up. But as you can see, there is a connection right there, and then a connection right up here, and then another connection down right there. So it's kind of pieces of metals I kind of fit it up and put together. And then this one right here, you can see that some spots on the weld are showing. But in general, like I said, it's technique and feel. So, and then another thing that I put together for my lawnmower to pull my trash trailer or something. That's the weld right there showing. You can see this side that I welded. I kind of grinded them off because I thought that I was done with it, and never thought that I was gonna make a video about it to show the welds. But anyways, those are the things I've done so far. And then this is the one that I'm currently about to work on. So right now, what I'm planning on doing with this is, as you can see, I've grinded down the welds. It looks like maybe some spots need to be covered up, but when I put the paint to it, I think it's gonna just completely cover it up, and it won't show much because all the welds are grinded down. And that's the other side of it. And this is the K, the next project that I'm working on. So with this one, what I plan on doing is I'm just gonna cut it right at this spot, at this marks, and then put sides to the K on all the sides of the K, all the letter, and then kind of frame it maybe. But that's the current project that I'm gonna be working on. But like I said, as you can see from this welder that I've been using, it's a pretty handy welder. And for those who are thinking of, getting into DIY stuff and trying to fix their own things without getting somebody involved to do it, or teach yourself a new knowledge about welding, I mean, you can always start with this welder right here. It's a pretty good welder. It has helped me a lot to learn more about welding. And there was a video I watched, I can't really recall his name, but he's also a person that I subscribed on, and he was talking about, like, either to start with the flux core welder or stick welder. sorry, I can't remember his name or your name, but that has kind of helped me, really encouraged me to get into this. And ever since watching that, it has helped me to, do a whole lot better. Not so great, but you know, something that I can really do. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do something. Sorry about my background. Hopefully it's not too bad. But that's, if you see anything on the sides, outside, all my work is done outside. So outside the little shed that you can see, it's full of crap, junk in it. My tool boxes in there with all my welding stuff. But anyway, here's the K that we'll be working on. And let's change this around. So it can show me instead of the background. It seems like it's still showing the background. But anyway, I'm gonna just flip it around, and hopefully you guys will see what I'm about to do. But that's what I'm about to work on. I'm gonna put this stuff up that I showed, and then continue on with the K. Oops. But as you can see, I'm about to do something with the K, and hopefully you will see what I'm about to do. But that's our backyard right there. It's not too big, but it's a decent sized backyard that I spend a lot of time on mowing. But getting back to the work, that's one part of the welding that I've already shown. But as you can see, it's pretty much the welder can really do something. You can see the welds that I've made, and it just takes time. Some things takes time to do. And right now I'm about to cut this leg off, and then maybe do some more cutting on the pieces of pipe that I need to put to go around the K all the way around. So it's a letter that my wife suggested to make so she can put it up in the house, and that's what I'm working on. But anyways, that's about it for this video. I'll try and do some more. I'm gonna be doing a lot of grinding and all that cutting, so I won't really let you guys see much of it. But when I do get to welding the sides of the K together, I'll try and bring up the video and show what I'm doing and how I'm welding. So if you have any suggestions to make, you're free to do so. Make your comments or say something on my YouTube. So don't forget, please feel free to view my videos, and if you have comments, make a comment to help me get better. And then also not to forget subscribing to help my channel grow. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Adios.